In this lesson, I want to show you guys how to optimize your manual campaigns. It's a little bit different than the auto campaigns, and let's dive right into it. So first thing you're going to do is go ahead and click on the respective campaign. I'm going to go in here and click on exact match type. And then I'm going to look at my targeting. So these are all the keywords that I'm bidding on in my bid. So let me expand this column a little so I can see what the keywords are, and I'll walk you through the different columns. So these are the keywords, exact match, it's working, this is my bid. Impressions, that's the number of times it's shown up on a page, shown to a customer. Clicks, how many times it's been clicked. CTR is the click-through rate. So 2.09% of the time that this gets shown to a customer, they click on it. This is how much money I've spent during this time frame. This is my cost per click, CPC. So each time a customer clicks on it, $2.75. I've gotten 18 orders from this $203 spend, which equates to $539 in sales. And so my advertising cost of sale, 38% roughly. Because that is, I've gotten $539 worth of sales from $203 worth of spend. That's roughly 38%. All right. So what I like to do once I'm on this page is I like to organize it by spend. So you just click on the column header and it's organized by spend. And now this shows me all the different keywords that I've spent money on. This is, for me, is like step one. I'm going to go ahead and show a bunch more results here. All right, so these are all the keywords that I've spent money on. And what I'm trying to do is I am trying to either reduce my spend for keywords that aren't converting at as high as a rate as what I want, or I'm trying to increase the spend for the ones that are performing really well to see if I can get more impressions from it, okay? So how I go about doing this is I see which keywords I've spent a lot of money on, I see what my bid is, and then I either decrease it or increase it. And then I also try to find items that haven't gotten any impressions, even though I feel like they should, and see if I believe that increasing the price could help me get more impressions. Now, you probably think like, okay, what are you willing to spend on your PPC? And that's a great question. So I think the first thing to do is think about what is your profit margin in percent for your particular product. So let's say mine is, let's just call it 50%, so the numbers are easy. So this particular item costs $30, say there's a 15% profit margin, which isn't that true, but great for an example. My profit margin is 50%. So my advertising cost of sale could be up to 50%, and I could still make a little bit of money off that sale, right? If it's over 50%, that means that I'm losing money on that sale, even though like I paid for it and someone clicked through to get it. Now, at first impression, it's like, okay, well, why would you ever bid more than your ACoS in order to get that sale? And the reason that some people choose to do so, including myself, is getting extra sales through PPC helps your product rank better organically. So since your product's ranking better organically because you're getting more sales through PPC, you're getting more sales organically, and as a result, you could be ultimately making more money. So some people will just use the rule of thumb of like, hey, I'll pay for an ACoS of up to 100%. Me personally, I like to just go over, like I don't have like a hard and fast rule. The real profit margin for this product, I think is around like 30 or 35%. So for me, like I'm cool with spending 40 or 50%, maybe up to 60%, but I don't really want to spend 100% ACoS for this particular product. All right. So that's what's kind of going through my head when I'm trying to optimize these campaigns. So let me show you the screen. So over here is my ACoS, my advertising cost of sale, right? So, let's say I'm cool with anything up to 50%. Above that, I want to start to adjust it. So like this one's performing well, this one's performing well, that's performing pretty well. This one, it's a little bit high, right? Now, it's only one order off 7 clicks, so it's not like that big of a sample size. So I could do two things here. I could either just leave it. Alternatively, I could decrease my bid a little bit to see if I can get that ACoS down. And that's what I'll choose to do because this bid's fairly high. So let's say $3.50. It's just a little bit lower than $4.10. And we'll check back, in another month and see how it performs there. Same thing, this one, the ACoS is a little bit high, But s'mores, that's pretty related. No, my bid's not that high, so I'm going to keep that one. For marshmallow sticks, I've actually gotten 10 clicks and no sales, which if that wasn't such a relevant term, I might think about decreasing my bid there. Since it is so relevant, I'm going to keep it. That one's fine. Sticks for roasting marshmallows. Again, this has gotten, well, it's only 4 clicks. So I'm going to go ahead and actually just leave that one. Looks good. This one looks good. This row looks good. Actually, this row looks so good that this is actually one that I'm going to think about increasing, all right? So s'more sticks. So this has been shown to 123 people. 5 people have clicked on it. Of those 5 people, 2 people have purchased it, right? So that's like a high conversion rate. And my ACoS is very low, right? Only 14.31%. But I'm also seeing like 123 impressions. That's not that many compared to a lot of these. So this is a good example of the type of product that I'm actually going to increase my bid on to see if I can get more impressions because it's performing quite well. So it's at $1.50. I could do $2, or let's even do $2.50 and see how that performs. S'mores kit, 4 clicks, no sales. That's fine for now. This is another one. Wooden skewers, 36-inch. This is extremely relevant for my particular product because mine are 36-inch long wooden skewers. And that's probably why that 3 people have clicked on it and 1 person ordered. So this one is also performing very well, right? 13%. And since this is so real, like whoever searches for this, like they're looking for my product. So I'm actually going to increase this one a lot because I like always want to be shown at the top for this particular keyword. So I'm going to say like $3 or $4. I'm going to even do $4 for this one. All right. And I'm just looking through to see if there's anything else. All the spend on these is pretty low, so probably not too many. And all those look pretty good. All right. So now I've optimized all the ones that I've been spending money on. The last portion of this is to see what you haven't been getting impressions on and see if you believe they're extremely relevant for your particular product, then you could consider increasing the bid to see if you can get impressions. Now, if there's no current data for suggested bids, what that usually means is, let me actually do this. I'm going to do impressions. Oh, it doesn't let me in here. That's all right. So impressions are 0. Oh, whoops, yeah. Impressions equal to 0. Save that. I'm gonna, it won't let me do. Filter by suggested bid. No, I guess because it's arranged. Oh well. All right. So these are all the products, right, that I haven't gotten any. So Amazon's never shown my ad to a customer. If there's no current data, there's a good chance that's just because that it is not commonly searched for. If there is a suggested bid, that means it's at least getting some decent search volume, but yours hasn't been shown. It's like 36-inch plant sticks. Mine works extremely well for that, so I'm actually going to increase this to like $2. Bamboo skewers for s'mores. All right, let's actually just do the ones where there's a recommended suggested bid because we know they're getting traffic. Camping outdoor decorations, nah. Disposable marshmallow roasting sticks, yeah, very relevant for that one. So let's increase that, see what happens. Extra long s'mores sticks for fire pit, yeah, those are definitely mine. Fire pit accessories and decor, yeah. Garden sticks, maybe we'll do a $1 bid there. And I could go down and continue to do this, all right? Now what you'll see is the items where you've increased the bid. Now it's going to be more likely when you check back a week or 2 from now that they've gotten impressions, because likely what's happening is your bids aren't high enough to beat out the other people in order to get impressions for it. I mean, that's option A. Option B is for whatever reason, Amazon doesn't think that your product is relevant for that particular keyword. So if you went up to a bid of like $5 or $6 or something and you're still not getting any impressions, probably what's happening there is Amazon doesn't think that that keyword's relevant for your product. And what you can try to do is put those keywords into your listing so that hopefully Amazon realizes that that keyword is relevant for your particular product. So I go through and I do this same process that I just showed you for the exact match, the phrase match, as well as the broad match campaigns, all right? So it does take a little while. In the first month or two, you're probably gonna wanna go in there about each week and do this process. But after 2 or 3 or 4 months, what you'll find is there's not much tweaking anymore because now you have like these very optimized campaigns that are starting to perform quite well. It does though take a little bit of time to get your campaigns to perform at like a very good rate. So don't get discouraged if for the first month or two your ACOSs are very high, because as you continue to optimize those and continue to choose which keywords are performing well, you can continue to bring down the ACOS. I want to walk you through a few more little things that I don't use very often, but it's worth talking about. You can add negative keywords for exact or for manual. I don't really know why you want to do that very much though. For search terms, these are exact match anyway, so we already know what they're searching for. When I go back to campaign, I can see a few more settings. So these are, if Amazon's able to show me at the top of the search, what would that be worth to me? Like I could say, you can spend 50% more if I'm at the top of search, and that's what they'll do here. Product pages, if you find those are performing really well, you can increase those. What else is in here? That's really, you don't really even need these reports as much anymore because Amazon's built a lot of this into the platform itself. Schedule, daily budget, those are those. So that's really about it. That's about all I do and use in there as far as optimizing my manual campaigns go. So if you can imagine with the auto campaigns, we're removing the high performers and the low performers. Over time, all of them are going to eventually become a high performer or a low performer. So after 6 months or maybe a year for some of these, I have so many negative keywords in my auto campaigns. I have all those put into my manual campaigns, and I'm always tweaking my manual campaigns to be able to be willing to spend a little bit more money or a little bit less money. And as a result, always tweaking the amount of the ACOS, all right? So that's ultimately how it works. If you read around on the internet, you're gonna find all these little small things that people like to do with this or that, or they like to use this report for this reason or whatever else, but it's all built around these particular concepts. And I personally don't use any additional software, any other tools to make these optimizations. I just go through the process that I just explained to you.